A not-for-profit governmental organization, Sports Without Borders Development Association, has organized a one-day capacity building program for sports writers selected from all parts of northern Nigeria. The one-day program, held at El Azer Restaurants Conference Hall, featured journalists that were selected from the print, electronic and online mediums from across the 19 states of northern Nigeria. In his welcome remarks, the director of Sports Without Borders Development Association, Abdul Gafar Oladimeji, said,
I want to welcome all of you to this hall this morning. Well, it is not a gathering of so many, but it is a gathering of strategic people. It's a gathering of a case where there are so many, but few have been chosen. If we talk about sports journalism in northern Nigeria, the gathering here this morning is not just the doing of a conglomerate of the doing of sports journalism in northern Nigeria, but it is the gathering of journalists in Nigeria. Talking about veterans, seasoned, and also upcoming journalists. That's what people would describe as young journalists. So it is my pleasure to welcome you all from far and wide, particularly northern Nigeria, all the way from Taraba, Sokoto, Kebbi, Zamfara, Katsina, Bauchi, who are all here this morning. Welcome to Kano. And I want to assure you that our motive or the purpose of bringing you all here this morning is to see how we can move the region forward. We cannot continue to pretend that sports is well in northern Nigeria, or it is not well in northern Nigeria. The truth is, if you go back, research has shown. Recently, we sponsored the research where we traveled with some journalists to part of the north. Well, we realized that the budget in the north is the poorest in terms of sports. We have the poorest sports budget. Aside the issue of the poorest sports budget, the level of corruption is higher in the north. We must be realistic about this. Even the little that is being budgeted is not being utilized. We've seen cases where athletes from the north travel to certain parts of the country and if budgets are released when the athletes are there. And when they come back, this money is not included to them. When you talk about facilities, there are issues of facilities. Go around the north today, we have an exception of one or two states. Most of the states don't even have sports facilities. These are part of our challenges. Talk about legislation. There are no proper legislations. In other states today, we have laws backing sports commissions, we have laws setting up trust funds. Where funds are being legislated or appropriated for true proper legislation to fund sports. Why is it not the case here in the north? We also have the issue of professionalism. We are having cases going on. Most of the commissioners, I will not describe them as misfits, but they don't suit into what the sports sector deserves. What cannot be done to the judiciary is being done to sports. What cannot be done to the health sector is being done to sports. What are we talking about here? We're talking about a situation where you cannot appoint a non-lawyer to head the legal sector in state ministry, and you cannot appoint a non-medical doctor to head the Ministry of Health. So what is happening to sports? So what we gather here this morning, particularly you journalists, is to challenge you.
The keynote address was delivered by the Executive Chairman, Kano State Sports Commission, and former President, Nigerian Football Association, Alhaji Ibrahim Galadima.
No, like I did mention, it's been long I attended a function that I feel so comfortable, so relaxed than this morning, because the caliber and quality of sports administrators that came down to Kano for this one-day program, I think has given me hope that sports writing in the country is now heading towards playing that role, which is very much needed to restructure and reinvigorate the issue of sports writing in the country, because sports writers have a crucial role to play, because they are the ones who report the lapses, the inadequacies, and also maybe the feelings of sportsmen and women to the authorities. And therefore, if they don't get the capacity to do what they are doing, it will be difficult for those in power to know the feelings of the younger ones who are supposed to be the beneficiaries of sports development in the country. Unfortunately, we have not been able to get that from sports writers over time. So I'm sure this is a new development that they are now working towards changing the face of sports writing. Of course, at the end of it all, that will now translate into having a better sports administration in the country, which is still been a very worrying situation in the country at the moment.
In his message, Serikin Yoruba of Kano, Engineer Ambassador Dr. Murtala Alimi Otisheshe said,
Of course, yes. Having said that, I'm ambassador of peace by INEC, and I embrace peace, and I believe in peace. I know peace will thrive in this country, and with peace, we can achieve everything we want to achieve. And that was what I said behind that. We need to use this opportunity of sports to embrace peace. More so, election is just by the corner. I want all of us to embrace peace before the election, during the election, and even after the election, so that we can have a successful election in this country.
Among the prominent personalities that featured at the one-day capacity building program is the President Nigerian Football Federation, Alhaji Ibrahim Gusau, represented by the Chairman Kano State Football Association and executive member of the Federation, Alhaji Sheriff Inua Ahalan. Others in attendance, a former president, Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, Sani Zaria, former vice president, Northeast, Alhaji Isa Yusuf, top dignitaries from the sports journalism world, and other sports administrators, amongst whom we have the chairman, Nigerian Football Coaches Association, Senior Magistrate Ibrahim Gwadabe, and the chairman, Nigerian Referees Association, Nasiru Ibrahim. The participants discussed on the way forward in the role of journalists for the identification of talent for the purpose of the progress of sports in Nigeria at large. Among the features in the discussions were the need for professionalism, the need for the improvement in the provision of infrastructure, budget tracking, and curbing of sports corruption. Abdul Gafar Oladimeji, Pyramid Sports TV.